Let me see. All right, for the ones that don't know, about to start working on a property pretty soon, and so this is what I do during before time. I do deliveries for different. Let me see where to put this little cart, I guess. I do deliveries, so I'll show you my truck and what I'm delivering. So hopefully you can hear me better now that I put the cart up. But I do deliveries for different, for like Uber. This is not nothing crazy, and Roadie, and a couple other people. And some people, they call me up when they travel across the country, and I help them do big things, bigger packages. And let me see. All right. But oh, I don't know if he's trying to back up or not. Let me show you what I'm delivering. So for right now, I'm delivering the dog food. Let me see. Get out of his way. But all right. Excuse the dirty truck. But I deliver dog food. It's within the city, so it's a certain method you have to use. Delivery, doing certain deliveries don't make sense because you only get paid. Let me switch it over from truck. And I'm at the pause so I can see where I'm going, but it's within the city. But I do this so a second. I do this so I can make a little extra change for gas and to pay some of my helpers and buy tools, whatever I need to do. So let me take a second. Go. And some of these people don't travel. I mean, if it's certain cities, you know, you know how far you have to go just based off where picking up from, or and then the city, certain country, smaller cities, um, it's smaller towns. It's a little different. It's a little different than bigger cities. Sometimes, you think of a bigger city, you can make more money. I've delivered in cities, 100,000 people, 300,000 people. You just have to do it a couple times and then just learn. Uh, but like I say, just doing this, and long as it's close, you can make a decent amount of money. Um, it was a time where I was making $100 a day. I was trying to calculate my gas. I could spend anywhere from 15 to 20, $22 in gas, and make 200. Um, one thing you got to also calculate is how far you have to travel. So it may say 40 miles in total, 35 miles, 20 miles in total, but you got to calculate. You also have to get there to the job. So you don't want to be I don't want to say hustling backwards, but almost hustling backwards, working backwards. Um, and like I say, $200, I probably do it 3 or 4 times a week, depending on if I go back towards. I do my main job. I teach My main job is where I teach, and it's a little bit bigger city. Um, some people leave good tips, and it's not that $200 is not even counting tips. Um, so basically, I work on houses also. I work on my own houses, fixing them. I do it, and $200 is not bad if I can spend 20. If I can spend $22, um, and I don't want to give away the address. Um, all right, but um, let me see. It may be looping me back around. Give me a second. I'm gonna pause this if need be. All right, so yeah, it looped me back around. That's another thing, finding out which apps work. Also, sometimes using the app of the company, it could be Uber, it could be Roadie. They don't necessarily send the most efficient route, and sometimes they're on delay. They don't recognize sometimes new roads, timed out. What they do is they give you a certain amount of time to get there, and if you start heading there slower, or if you're taking longer to get there, they cancel it. But dealing with this one that I'm doing now, it's probably $16. The way that they do this is based off too long or too wide, you get paid a little bit more. So that's some of the glitches I found out also that you could do to get more money. Just take items that are longer. They don't do the best job of telling you what you're picking up. Sometimes they give you the measurements, sometimes they don't. They just give you the, hopefully you can see me still. Yeah, I wasn't making hardly any money doing this. I'm in a bad zone. It look like the timer is not moving. Like shaking. But like I say, some people are cool, even though it's a shaky situation. And some people, I've been to country clubs with people with buttholes. So, you know, it's just people are people, but you want to make sure you protect yourself. I share my it's be sketchy too. Don't have to be in the country, but you know, just gotta watch yourself. But the purpose of this is trying to make money, just sharing ideas or things what I do to maximize my money and what I use it for. So I'm not over, you know, working hard on cans and you know, trying to save money and stuff like that. I used to walk blocks, neighborhoods, miles, until that situation started changing. People started building houses, and then people didn't want you walking close to the house, even though my family had been living there for almost 40 years. Like I say, I've been doing real estate. I've been teaching maybe 16 to 17 years. Been doing real estate for almost that same amount of time. They're not too far from one another, so the easy $16 is just seemingly taking so long because I can't really go fast. It's a back road, but like I say, doing this, I also get to see different properties. So, you know, you're able to, what is this, what do they say, drive for dollars. Like I say, I do different things. I full time, I'm my own property manager. I was a property manager for other people until I moved farther away from my area, and I just stopped doing it. And then you know, I do this on the side. I haven't Ubered in probably 2 years. Roadied, I haven't roadied in probably a year. Roadie, you make a little bit better money. You will be picking up heavy items, but it just seems like a little bit better money because with Uber, because I'm not putting people in my car. With Uber, delivering food, the weight and the drive, the distance just is not worth it. Walmart used to be a pretty cool place to pick up things from like Uber or Roadie, but it takes too long. And then a lot of people now are parking in the pickup spots, and they just taking their time shopping, so it's hard to find locations with Roadie. You know, it's not necessarily a certain location, and they have you go a lot of different places. With Uber, it's like you got to shop for the people to make a little bit more money. You know, you go to CVS, you can do that for like CVS or Walgreens, whatever, and you got to pick up the items, and then a lot of times the items are not there, so you got to contact the person to see what they want for a substitute and stuff. All, you know, I'm not trying to do all of that. So once I found Roadie, and there's other things you can do. Like I have a dump trailer. You know, you can clean out people's houses. I clean out my own house. But you know, that's why some people, they just sit in a big city and they wait, or they stay in the big city so they can pick up more and more offers or whatever. But I'm not doing that. I'm probably 23 to 24 minutes away from a bigger city. I'm in the country myself, but I stay local and do the smaller things. So today I can probably make, I say $60, $80. 80 probably be extreme. Just doing small deliveries. Sometimes from that same place where I got the dog food, I can deliver a belt buckle and shirts, and probably make, because they take the length of the belt. I won't say belt buckle, but the belt. They can take the length of that, and that's what gets you paid. I could probably make $10 to $12 on a belt and a shirt. Crazy. Instead of the people, so the people got to pay for that fee and the belt. Some people have the money. So I mean, I don't try to make